Hi everyone and welcome to episode 5 of Relegation Rescue at Renhe Beijing in the Chinese Super League. Things are still going really badly. We're still completely adrift at the bottom of the table, 6 points behind the team directly above us. But today we play them. ChongQing are the opposition. Can we reel them in a little bit? Let's find out. So here we go again. This is continuing in exactly the same way it has before. We lost the last game that I played off the episodes against Guangzhou. We lost that 2-0. There is one other piece of information that I need to tell you about, and that is that we've lost one of our key players. I say one of our key players. He was brought in to be a key player and has got 1 goal in 5 games so far, but Yang is now gone for about a month, not through injury, but he's representing the Chinese under-23 squad in the Asian Games for about the next month. So he has gone. Is that our goal-scoring threat gone with him? We'll have to wait and see. But as I say, he was not as potent as I hoped he would be at this level. So unfortunately, it means that we have to rotate the side a little bit. And our reserve striker, Jun Zhan, who isn't particularly fantastic, it must be said, comes into the starting lineup instead. So things go from bad to worse, really. We've got a few injuries around the squad a little bit. We're rotating the 11 a little bit here and there just because we need to give everybody an opportunity to play. We're doing so badly, it kind of doesn't matter really. We need to find a side that works, so moving it around a little bit is no bad thing. And I've reverted back to what I really like to play in terms of I tried Route 1, I've tried 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, 4-4-2, all sorts of formations, lots of different tactical styles, wing play and controlled possession, all sorts of stuff. And nothing has worked so far. So we're reverting to my vertical tiki-taka style in my asymmetric 4-5-1. With the attacking midfielder on the left and the more deep-lying midfielder on the right. And we'll just have to see if in any way we can play better, trying to keep the ball. Now, the interesting thing is, if we go and have a look at the schedule, you can see our run of form has been dreadful. We've got 9 games left, including today's match. But only one of the games left this season, only one of the opposition, should I say, is in the top half of the table. And that's this team, China Fortune, who sit top of the table. The rest of them, as we speak, are all pretty much in the lower half of the division. So we've gone through the really tough run of fixtures. Let's see now if we in any way can pick up any points. So we're playing ChongQing today, and if we go in and have a look at the competition page, the Chinese Super League, you can see that we are sitting in bottom in 16th. They are 6 points clear of us in 15th. This is our chance to halve that gap, potentially, and get it down to 3. Can we do it? Let's find out. So we've already spoken about the need to rotate the starting lineup a little bit and bring a new striker in compared to what we've been playing recently. It's reshaped a few things, but for today's match, we're going with Yu in goal, Bo Yang at right back, Felipe at left back, Zhuan and Clayton in central defence, Peng, Weiser and Malumbi in central midfield, Yu Feng on the right, Dunne on the left and Jun Zhan up top, and a load of others on the bench. So let's get into today's game and see what happens. So I've pumped the fist and riled them up and said we've got nothing to lose here today. This is our chance to try and get something and try and halve this gap to the team directly above us. Can we do it? We're away from home, which is a little bit of a problem against ChongQing, but we're going to have to give it as good a go as we can. We're in our darker strip today, our blue strip. If we get a highlight, you'll be able to see that. But so far, after nearly 15 minutes, there is no sign of a highlight yet. Only one shot at goal, and that was from the opposition. And they got it on target, but not in the back of the net. So it's still 0-0. And here is the first chance for a highlight. And it's for the opposition, ChongQing. and they blast it wide for a goal kick. For a moment, I thought we were going to get off to a fairly dreadful start then, and it didn't quite materialise, so I'm kind of happy about that. Can we get the ball down and play, though? That's the thing. There's no sign of it so far, is there, particularly? I mean, possession's all right. The passing completion ratio is all right. But we've reached half-time with only one highlight, and it wasn't for us. Fortunately, we're still at 0-0, so we're going to go in at half-time, and we'll say we've been unlucky so far. I don't want to dig them out unnecessarily, particularly they're unsure and a bit nervous about that. So when we go in, we're going to have to encourage them. So let's go in and encourage the entire team and see what that can lead to in this first period in the second half. Just a couple of highlights would be good, just to see if this team is able to work the ball a little bit, but we're not being able to see what we can do because there are no highlights to show you. Oh, this is silly. 71 minutes in, and there's literally been one highlight, and it was still not for us. So we're going to go in and change a couple of personnel and see if we can improve that. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. We're at 71 minutes, and we're at 0-0 in a game, so we're not losing. So that's an improvement, I guess. So let's see what we can do. We'll take Dunne out, and we'll put Pereira on that left-hand side. He can cut in on the from the left-hand side as an inside forward. What else can we do here? We've got a 6.3 for Yu Feng on the right side. I don't want to change him particularly. I think we're going to make a defensive change. Felipe can come out, and Yu Hang can go in and play. Yun Hang can go in and play at left fullback, and then Jun Zhan, the new striker up top, has got a 6.1 average rating and has hardly had a shot at goal, has he? So we'll bring Zimming in for him. We'll just have a look at Zimming and see what we're working with. They're so bad. They're so bad. Oh, dear. Anyway, I wish I hadn't done that now. Anyway, let's go and move back into the game. And as soon as we do, we'll go into the shouts and we'll demand more from them. Can we find a way, if we go into the attacking mentality, just for the last sort of 10 minutes of the match, can we find a way for a couple of attempts at goal? That's all I'm asking for at this point. 87 minutes gone, it's drifting, and I'm losing the will to live. Oh no, please don't sucker punch me in the last minute. Oh, they had a cross come in from a free kick, and they get it partially cleared. We get it partially cleared, but we win the ball again, and then it was aimless up to the front guy, and they're coming back at us one last time. Please don't lose it in the dying seconds. And they haven't lost it in the dying seconds. The goalkeeper tips it over the bar for a corner, and the full-time whistle goes. Do we count that as a victory? I mean, we didn't lose. But if this is the team directly above us, what chance have we got against any of the other ones? Oh, boy. I'm telling you, this is by far the hardest challenge I've ever had in Football Manager. I don't think I will... I don't know whether I'll ever come back to China again to play Football Manager. I mean, I'd kind of like to, sort of, to see if I can do it from the beginning and spend a few seasons and build it up. But, man, this is tough. Anyway, we got a 0-0 draw. That's a step in the right direction, sort of. We've only got one big team to play for the rest of the season. Is that going to make a difference to us, though? I kind of think it probably won't. There we go. So, you know how we've only got one of those big teams left to play? Yeah, that's coming up next episode, by the way. We're playing top of the division China Fortune in the next episode. Between now and then, I've got a game against Shenhua to play. But it's not going to get any easier for the episodes, is it? So come back for another loss against China Fortune next episode. Who knows? Maybe we'll get put out of our misery and sacked before the end of the season so we can just move on and do something else. But we've now got 8 games left, 8 games to save ourselves. And I just can't see it happening in any way, shape or form. Let's go and just check the league out just briefly to see that we are still, of course, bottom. We're still 6 points behind ChongQing, but the real problem now is Everbright, who are the team above them, have got a game in hand over both of us. And they're now 8 points clear of us. Yeah. Okay, anyway, that's going to do it for now. There's nothing else we can do. We'll carry on plodding along until our time is done. But yeah, come back next episode for China Fortune, top of the league. We'll see what happens with that. Until then, though, thank you for joining me for my pain and misery. I really appreciate the company along the journey. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Join my United City community. I assure you that a lot of my other series go much better than this one does. But yeah, anyway, click that like button on this particular episode. That will help me to continue to grow the channel. Until next time, for more pain and more misery. Bye for now.